Greetings, it is I, the Dalek Emperor. Welcome back to another Dalekcast. Our first question comes from your local boot bar fan guy. Why is a Dalek having gun sticks? Did you have known us before, have you not? Yes. What an odd question. We always have gun sticks. What are you talking about? Dillian Stolensberger says, did the second Doctor encountered you on Skaro when the humans destroyed you in the throne room? Human Daleks destroyed you in the throne room. Fun fact, Dark Zagi is a god of destruction of darkness. You can see who? The fuck are you on about? What are you on about, dude? Roblox. Yes, I do intend on playing some more Roblox. However, I'm not that much of a fan of Roblox anymore ever since, Dave Bazuki and all that shit. Five Nights at Thomas, Andrew J1477 says, Five Nights at Thomas 3, what the hell's that all about? I've no idea. We got a lot of reactions. Some I won't be able to fit in. We got some react to Adventures of Riley and Friends episodes. What's that? I've no idea. Cell vs Metal Sonic. Dragon Ball Z versus Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay. We also have world according to Briggs, 10 states with the worst weather. We got Every Dalek Story Ranked, made by Brandy Bogos. We got a lot of videos. We got Real or Fake, 4 Scary Monsters. I'm not going to be able to fit all these in because we got Jamie Alberding's videos to do as well. People, come on. Diver Wimpy Kid, Deep Space Nine, made by Andy Films. Roger, made by Red Sun. Victory of the Daleks, stop motion YouTuber Daily Dalek Dose. Doctor Who, Dalek Protocol Dalek Universe, made by Shadow Steve, fan animation, okay. Stop motion Sea Devils vs Daleks, made by Dalek Sec, okay. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to fit all these in, apparently. Yeah, it looks like I'm not going to be able to fit all these in. So I'm going to have to react to some of them and basically deal with the rest later, another time. Sorry about this, ears. It's just that there's too many videos in this. Yeah, quite too many. To say the least. So let's have a look and see videos that we can react to, because there's just too many videos. Okay, here's a video. First is Diver Wimpy Alien, episode 15, Deep Space. Let's finish this. All credit will go to Andy Films.
Set a course to conquer Earth!
Wait! What are you doing?
Was it not abundantly clear? We are setting a course to conquer Earth!
Can I say anything that'll change your mind?
No! We have heard enough of your stories. They were trivial, sickening, and unintentionally hilarious. There is only one story left worth telling, and it is happening right now!
Oh dear, what we're doing?
There comes a time in every kid's life when he finally gets to know his real family.
Can I state this, viewers? Xenomorphs are not Daleks. This is very inaccurate to how they perform. They normally make a lot of grunts and growls. This is entirely inaccurate.
But they put him on trial, lock him in a cell, and set out to destroy an entire planet. Then you've got to decide if you're gonna whip out or alien up. No? Just me? Huh. Ideally, I wanted to come up with a heroic plan to sabotage the ship before escaping captivity. But I kept getting distracted by thoughts of my parents on Earth.
We love you, Greg.
Yeah,
We always will.
Or wondering what my brother Roderick was up to on his
Look,
home.
Look, I like the idea of the whole Xenomorph thing and that, but this is not what they do, idiots. You haven't seen the films, have you not? The scene is a bit goofy.
So ultimately, I decided just to wing it. I'd spent a lifetime preparing for this moment.
This is a bit too much of a Dalek
Oh no!
story.
I'm space sick! I'd better visit a bathroom right away if we don't want a potential hull breach.
Hull breach. Hull breach. Shut the fuck up!
Okay. Now what? Plan ahead much, Toonie?
That was a reference to Iron Lung.
I haven't seen you in weeks. That's what self-delusion would do. Fair. But now I've got to stop the ship from getting to Earth. You know how in the movies there's always one weak spot you can exploit on these things? We gotta find that, and then kaboom! Nice! Where do we start looking? Well, to beat these guys, we gotta think like them. Mean and cruel. Nah, under it, they're you, right? So you gotta think like you. Fine. Me. I like being liked. I'll try to be the best at just about anything. Right. You're insecure, impulsive. Their version of that must be conquering things. What else? Maybe I sometimes have a tendency of using other people. You're selfish, inconsiderate. Hey, they stole this ship. Yep. And I suppose I get so focused on my goals, I don't always consider the consequences of my actions. You're obsessive, destructive. There. Most of the ship's pipes have gotten covered over by all the Xenos, cocoons, and webbing and such. They don't use toilets since, you know, it's all over the walls. So those pipes are about to burst, which leads us back where we started.
Exactly.
Yep. If this toilet clogs, pipes will rupture all over the ship. And as soon as they hit the warp core, blammo! Yeah, I guess there's worse ways to spend your final hours than scathing self-inspection. Insecure.
That is the most easiest cliche and the most safest way to stop an alien attack. Seriously, you know, there could have been an easier way to do. Could have been a much harder way to do that. This is literally Death Star hole. That hole causes thing to blow up. Yeah. Not gonna lie, that's pretty cliche.
Selfish, obsessive, impulsive, destructive, and inconsiderate. They're like the 7 Gregly sins. Har har. That's only 6. Well, you're also ugly. You can go now. Pew pew. This is it. If only I had a way off this ship before it blows.
Maybe we can help with that.
I should really stop being surprised by this.
Yes.
Probably. We've got your back, Zenly.
But okay, how do you know I'd even need help?
Well, we knew you had to meet your people, but we also kind of figured they'd be dicks.
What? Why?
No reason.
Damn.
Do I need to know how you got here this time?
No.
At Fiverr, we know that vibe coding can be a lot of fun
thank you.
until it's
For
not.
God's sake. Come on.
No, you don't.
But you have a way off?
This used to be a spag ship, so there's still plenty of shuttles on the launch bay. It's heavily guarded, but if we can make it through, I think we could steal one.
You think the four of us can... What are you doing?
I'm live blogging this.
Of course you are. You think the four of us can fight all the guards?
Maybe 7 can.
Lieutenant! Lilu? Fru? What are you doing here?
Goodness, a
Felt
Jawa.
Brought brother.
And you got here? Multi-pass! Sure, why not?
Okay, if we're gonna do this, someone's gonna need to shut down a few of the ship's systems.
We'll do it!
Wait, what?
If a bunch of school children can follow you all the way.
Also, isn't he a hybrid? How would that make any sense?
Here, is it so much more of a stretch that the survivors of an elite cadre of alien hybrids you created, grown from the most infamous horror villains of all time, could follow you here as well?
I mean, it wasn't appropriately foreshadowed,
Oh,
but
part of us say
that
hi,
tracks.
Why make the trip?
Well, we had been seeking revenge, but if these a-holes are going to destroy the Earth...
It would seem that a temporary truce is in order.
Anyone else out there want to join the party?
Yeah, we're here too. That's why she's keeping us.
Destroy. Yeah, see, yeah, this is starting to become a bit dumb, not gonna lie.
This is Scott. Hey.
Anyone else?
And Misa!
No, absolutely not! Out! Go! Get!
How woo!
And just to be clear, all of you followed me here, but none of you have a working spacecraft.
Broke down.
crashed.
We beamed over.
Our ship arrived intact, but then we destroyed it for the thrill of the challenge.
Very good. Think you can do something with all this?
Oh yeah. Here's what we're gonna do. In order to even access the launch bay from inside, Manny is going to have to gnaw his way through the ventilation. Meanwhile, we'll have Fregley slip into the engine room and disable the hyperdrive.
Is he capable of that?
Oh yeah, he hasn't been the same since the science fair. This will drop the ship out of hyperspace. In order for us to get out and stay out, we'll also want to disable the ship's tractor beam.
Oh god, this... Oh my god, no, this is...
Time to sleep.
They'll be on alert now, but by this point, Manny will have entered the launch bay where he can open the doors using their manual override.
So this is actually becoming a goddamn...
And to split up the guards, Fru will provide a distraction.
Good god. No, I'm done
Alpha
with it.
Squad will take care of the guards who chase.
No, this is crap. This is actual living crap right now. Why am I watching this?
Chase after Fru.
I like it. I like what they're doing. It's just it's a bit too goofy and cliche. They just make it entirely too easy.
Get some. Hey, what's that?
While Bravo Squad takes on any guards that remain in the bay.
Star Wars knockoff. It's Alien, you idiots.
And of course, none of this will end well if someone doesn't knock out the ship's communications.
You want to play a game?
Xenomorphs
Wait,
cannot
what do I
operate
do?
controls.
Someone's gotta live blog all this.
On it.
Okay, when Greg clogs that toilet, we'll only have about a 15-minute window before the pipes kick back and rupture the engine core. That means when you hear that flush, it's go time.
They made a toilet humor joke out of an alien heist movie.
It is on!
Shipwide destruction imminent.
Well, that went surprisingly well.
Did we lose anyone?
Just got it. He was kind of a tool. Also, Jason Morph.
He'll be fine.
Okay, choose your ride. Let's go, people!
Lamborghini!
Lilu, stick with big, strong, ugly men.
Shut up.
I think I found my people. Yeah.
So cringe.
Hold on!
We'll be fine!
Something's not right. We're heavy. I don't know how long it'll hold. Greg, can you breathe out there?
Apparently, but I don't know if I'm strong enough to do anything.
You could use that.
Hey! Get away from us, you big monster!
Foolish, stupid, imbecile!
Dude, you're from an 18 rated thing. Say it right. Get away from them, you bitch.
Grandeur child!
Yeesh, how do you really feel?
We gave you every chance to see that planet and prepare it for its inevitable assimilation.
Say what now?
Egg after egg sent in vain, even a sacred file of the elixir of life.
You sent me all those care packages?
Of course, you pathetic weakling, who else? And now you have proven yourself not only a failure, but a traitor to your kind, a traitor to your very nature.
You never even gave it a chance!
Gave what a chance?
edX, the exchange program. The whole point was to see if different species could get along, but you were fixing it for a fight the whole time.
Name a better reason to get to know another species.
I could name a dozen. You know, when I first got up here to space, I was hell-bent on reinventing myself, finding out who I was, becoming the new Greg. But you know who I am. I'm the same Greg I've always been. Part you, but equal parts them. Human. And I say, if the exchange program can unite humans and aliens, hybrids and monsters, even one of your own kind, all to kick your selfish, insecure, obsessive royal ass, then that program's doing something right.
He said a swear.
Uh-oh.
Do it, child. I dare you to let go. Cringe? What does that even mean in this context? I will haunt your every nightmare. I will take vengeance on your offspring. You will never get rid of me. What?
This is actually.
We did it! We escaped!
Spag Shuttle, designation 216. You are cleared to dock in Bay 2.
We are very happy to see you, Hardscrabble.
And we are very impressed with the actions of you and your friends, human.
How does this guy know what we've been up to?
I've been following the Dumb Ones live blog.
I have a follower.
And considering what we have seen, perhaps we were a bit hasty in disbanding the extraterrestrial exchange program.
Mama? This is my story. That's me. I'm an alien with human parents, 2 annoying but loyal brothers, a dipstick for a best friend, and a badass for a girlfriend. I've been living on Earth my whole life, but I've only just recently come to appreciate that. And someday, I'm gonna rule this planet.
You know, I miss the boys, I really do, but I feel like for the first time in years, I'm actually at peace.
I know what you mean.
Hi everybody, we're ANU Films. I'm Brendan.
I'm Melissa.
So you can say shit, but you can't. Okay. This was a fucking mess. I have to swear to God. The entire, the story's just rushed. Felt like the style over substance. Like, it just more eye-rolly, more groany than goddamn anything that this series was trying to offer. Anyway,
I don't remember applying for this job. Background remover is so easy. This is giving business.
God damn it. 1 second. Holy shit, that was not good. That was not good.
Roger. Roger, 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 Roger.
Roger.
So,
say Roger one more time.
Okay, so this is called Roger, as General Grievous described, and this was made by Red Sun, or could we go to Red Sun?
Roger. Ow! I was just following your orders. Poor OM-12. Yeah, he just got off the assembly line, too.
Why can't you just say yes? Or yes, sir? Or affirmative?
What's wrong with us saying Roger, Roger?
Everything. It's annoying.
Yes. Yeah, just say I obey, or we obey. That's what I say sometime. Well, that's what my Daleks say all the time. So maybe you should take some notes from Daleks for once. Droids.
Especially when I have to hear it all the time. Be more like this new droid model.
Yeah, I do tend to hear I obey several times. Like every time I ask for like water or something, get me some water, drone. I obey. Yes, like that.
Affirmative. See? He said it the normal way. Roger, Roger. I take it back. You're just as bad. Oh.
Well, with all due respect, General, no one's really had a problem with it before. Yeah, we've been like this for years. I think it's part of our programming.
I don't care. Find another way to acknowledge my commands, or I'll send you to the junkyards of Raxus Prime.
Oh no, not Raxus Prime. Yeah, I heard that's where droids go to die. Oh no. Come on, let's figure this out.
This is the great droid army I'm supposed to lead? Unbelievable.
The next day.
Have you done as I asked?
Yes, sir, yes, sir. Affirmative, affirmative.
Ah. Oh boy.
I changed my mind. This is worse.
But you said we had to change up the way we...
I know what I said. Just get back to work.
Roger, Roger. I mean, yes, sir. I mean, affirmative. I mean,
I'm surrounded by idiots.
Yes. Sometimes.
If you want quality food that's good value like me, then Gusto really keep.
At least it's not intelligent people. Anyway, we got this next video. It is made by Daily Dose of Daleks. And this is a Victory of the Daleks stop motion. Let's have a look and see what this is all about. Oh! This is... All hail the new Daleks! Yes, you are inferior.
Yes.
Then prepare.
We are ready.
Cleanse the unclean, total obliteration, disintegrate. Cleanse the unclean now. Purge the unclean, destroy them all. You are the Doctor, you must be exterminated.
Don't mess with me, sweetheart.
Well, as for me, in case you're wondering, although I'm a bit of a hybrid, I'm far from unclean. I'm purer than any Dalek. I'm the Emperor, of course. Anyway, we got this next video.
Now on fire.
It is made by Shadow Steve. This is called Dalek Protocol. Dalek Universal. Could we go to Shadow Steve?
Final approach to human fleet interception. Prepare the device. I obey. Emergency! Emergency! Hypertransmission sensors indicate our agent's brain has been accessed. Transmit a neural shock immediately! He must be activated!
Destroy!
He is awake.
Mark? Can you hear me, Mark?
The Fourth
He is
Doctor.
looking at us, but I think he does not see.
Oh, he sees all right. But so do the Daleks. Hello there, Daleks.
Are you waving your plungers, eh?
It is the Doctor! He must not be allowed to interfere in our plans! Program Mark 7 for immediate attack! I obey!
Begin immediate attack.
Doctor.
Yes, that's me. Hello.
You must die!
Doctor, look out! K9!
Affirmative!
You cannot stop me!
Doctor, are you alright?
Just about, K9. Increase your beam to maximum. He's a hard nut.
Increase your beam to maximum.
Mark 7 critical systems failure imminent! Instruct the android agent to retreat immediately! Augment defensive systems! Enact Dalek protocol commands!
Enact Dalek protocol commands.
Android has retreated.
He ran away.
Clearly, he had a more important imperative.
More trouble.
I imagine the Daleks have just arrived.
Okay, we got this next video. Made by Dalek. Here we go. It's Daleks versus Okay, Aqua kind. Homo Aqua, as you may know very well from the War Between the Land and the Sea, but this time it's War Between Sea and Space. Tell Salt I said no. Open it, Dalek sec. Open it and see our majesty. Dalek sec. I assume is the Dalek in this video. The Black Dalek. Hello, Dalek.
Formation!
Exterminate!
Good job.
Huh?
What's the master doing?
You will be exterminated!
Okay.
Assist! Come with me!
You only killed the master. Oh, where's the doctor?
Assist! Maximum extermination!
Exterminate away!
Anyone but Doctor? No. Damn it, Doctor. Curse the 12th Doctor and his foolishness. When did he have an AK? Oh no, Ghidorah, what are you doing here? What was I supposed to do? That was fun. Dalek, you make good videos. That was very fun. We got this next video. It is
Why do I have to pay for Go Henry?
It's another Bill's channel video.
Is this photo claiming to show a woman hugging a deer for real? Or are we just looking at some sort of Photoshop forced fantasy? I've got the answer to that puzzling question, plus the answers to a whole bunch of creepy and monstrous stories that you guys have been asking me about. Today we're going to get up close and personal with a wolf-human hybrid called the Michigan Dogman, a giant sea creature with hair like a shaggy dog called the Tronco Sea Monster, a photo claiming to show an alien creature found in Mexico, and that doesn't even include our big story this week about a terrifying demon with blade-like claws known simply as the Rake. Hey guys, Phil here. You know, a few years back, the internet exploded with creepy tales and alleged sightings of a mysterious midnight killer. But before I go too far today, I just want to let you guys know that this episode of Real or Fake is going to be delving into some pretty creepy stuff. So you parents with very young children or older people that are sensitive to these subjects, you might want to think twice before continuing on.
Yeah. Markiplier played games involving the Rake.
The Rake is tall and grotesquely thin, with a blank face and a straight line mouth. Some have claimed that it stalks its victims in the middle of the night, haunting their dreams, driving them to madness and suicide. But others say the malevolent creature known as the Rake is just another internet hoax, an elaborate web of anonymous postings with no real evidence to back it up. This argument is no doubt why my inbox is full of people like Chudnovsky, Jack Hayden, Volt Jolt, and many others asking.
That is exactly the silence. What? That is indeed the silence, isn't it? I'm impressed.
Hey Bill,
wait,
is the Rake real?
Wait, what was
or
I
a
talking
big
about?
fat
Can't
fake?
remember. Hold on. Why are there now tallies surrounding my casing?
A quick search of the internet reveals tales of the Rake by literally hundreds of people in online forums. There are dozens of videos on YouTube, including one from a broadcast news channel showing this, the most famous picture of the Rake. Combing through the stories, we find everything from a woman in upstate New York claiming the Rake killed her husband and daughter, to a guy in Canada who says he found the Rake waiting for him in his pickup truck. A tattoo artist told of being attacked by the Rake at a Catholic boarding school on Monsters and Mysteries. There are also historical accounts going as far back as 1691 when the Rake allegedly attacked a British
People
boat.
would talk about it. There's an Nosferatu.
Now, to be sure, none of these stories are backed by any reliable documentation. But what I found surprising was the total lack of evidence proving the rape is fake. In fact, there's a real-life pastor of a real-life church in Pennsylvania that claims the rape is real.
The concept goes back to the times of ancient Egypt, so basically 4,000 years.
In an interview on Monsters and Mysteries, Pastor Swope said the rake is a 21st century manifestation of the same persona that has been haunting this world for centuries. I think it was right about this time I realized I was in a bit over my head. So what I did was I turned to my A-team, the Chewy Piranhas.
Cool.
They tore into this subject like a hungry pack of red bellies, and it wasn't long before we had this, the official answer. But if you watch this show, you know not even the rake can force me to tell you what's in here before you tell me what you got going on up there, okay? Now, when I say go, what I want you to do is yell out as loud as you can, either real or fake. Now, if you can't do that, it's okay to pause the video, go to the comment section, leave your answer there, and then come back here and play the rest of the video to see if you're right or not. A third way to go is just to vote right up here. You ready? Let's go.
What is this?
Okay, did you vote? Good, because in just a few minutes we're going to be revealing what's in the official envelope. But before I do that, we're going to take a look at a couple other very creepy creatures that you guys have sent in. First up is this photo claiming to show the elusive Michigan Dogman, a bizarre wolf-like creature that is said to appear in northern Michigan on July 7th of the 7th year of each decade. The photo was sent in by Ultimate Sock, who said, "I would really like to see you put this case to rest."
I don't know what the hell it was, but it was big. It looked like a great big dog.
I see.
And standing up.
Was it a bear, maybe?
Maybe oh my God.
Oh, damn.
Wow, that's pretty scary stuff, huh? Does this mean there's a terrifying wolfman stalking the woods of northern Michigan? Well, Ultimate Sock, you know, I hate to burst your bubble or crumble your cookie, but this photo is officially fake. The truth is, the legend was originally created by singer-songwriter Steve Cook in 1987 when he created a song called Dogman as an April Fool's joke. Ever since then, hoaxsters, pranksters, and people with big imaginations have been working overtime to turn the legend into reality. Next, we have this strange picture sent in by Lonely Llama, who said, "It's called Trunko, and I'm not sure if it's real or fake." Lonely Llama, I've actually been following this story for a long time, and I can tell you, it's been perplexing experts for decades. But according to paleontologist Darren Nash, Trunko is nothing more than a big fat fake. This photo is one of 4 known images of the Trunko monster that were originally published in the London Daily Mail way back in 1924. The animal was reportedly first seen off the coast of South Africa battling 2 killer whales and at times flying 20 feet into the air. Eyewitnesses described the animal as looking like a giant polar bear with thick white fur. They also claimed it had a trunk like an elephant, but scientists later proved it was nothing more than a badly decomposed dead whale. Here are some other images of dead whales in the same state of decomposition.
All your next video ad needs is one AI video editor on Fiverr.
And finally, we have this picture claiming to show a possible alien known as the Metapec creature.
Yeah, it's disgusting it's disgusting how whales have to end up it's disgusting what's happening with whales there. Yeah, but people need to take care of whales and not dump shit in the ocean all the time.
It was first sent in by Jackson Kennedy and Ken Konecki, who both wanted to know if it's a Photoshop creation. Guys, the first thing I can tell you is that this picture is not Photoshop. And the second thing I can tell you is that the creature in the photo is so fake, it's funny! reality, it's a monkey that was sent to a taxidermist from a local zoo in Mexico. Urso Ruiz, the taxidermist, later confessed his prank, saying, "It's just the corpse of a skinned squirrel monkey. I took its ears out and infused it with all the hair and fluids of all the animals I could find, then I dried it out." Ruiz then placed it in an animal trap for fun, but when people saw that, they believed it was real, and the
Oh my goodness.
documentaries were made with animated recreations. Expensive scientific studies were performed and 3D images created, but it was all for naught. Why did he do it? Well, the $23,000 he got from a UFO researcher for it might have something to do with it. Okay, so what do you say we get back to our big story this week, which is the rake? And I know a lot of you guys want to know what the answer is for this, because I happen to know that a lot of people do have nightmares, and the rake does make an appearance. So this is important information, and I'm glad we have a final determination on it. Here we go. The team has examined a variety of data related to the creature known as the rake. This includes various photographs, drawings, and written text. Based on all the information collected, we have reached a decision. And the decision is, are you ready? Here we go. 100%, without a doubt, and beyond any question, fake. That's actually kind of relief, because, you know, it's good to know that something like that out there can't actually physically harm you. But hey, if you're looking around for another video to go watch right now, I wouldn't do that, because, hey, don't you want to know how you did in the voting on the girl who's hugging the deer? You remember that one? Well, I'm going to give you the answer to that in just a second, but first, I want to share with you some of the exclusive details of how we proved El Raco is a Faco. Thanks to my research team, the Chewy Piranhas, and specifically researcher Shelby Leon, we learned the rake came into being on an internet platform called 4chan in 2005. It was here that one post suggested the group come up with a new monster, and it grew from there. The first rake story was posted by Something Awful user Brian Somerville on July 20th, 2006. It was fiction, of course, but furthered the idea of the rake to other sites like LiveJournal, Creepypasta, and Tumblr, just to name a few. Then there was this, the picture that came to represent the rake. It was first seen on a television news station.
Okay, so you know how we ask you to send in your pics so we can put them in our newscast? Well, you gotta see what one viewer claims his friend found at a hunting camp in Berwick. The guy who sent it in didn't want us to mention his name, but tells us this is totally for real.
Now, the next time you think something is real just because it was on the news, remember this. This picture that the guy sent into the news originally came from a first-person shooter game called Resistance 3. In the game, the creature is called Grim, but a guy named Hillbilly Willie did some Photoshop manipulation of Grim and then presented it on a hunting forum like this. He said it was a creature accidentally captured by his trail camera. Now, not long after that, people began to post the picture as the rake, and over time, people forgot about the original hunting picture.
I was here at midnight looking at that image by myself going, oh my gosh. Anyways.
Okay, well, that's all the time I have for this video. I'm going to be giving you the answer to that girl hugging the deer in just a second. But first, I want to send out a big thanks to all you guys for sending in photos and videos. Also, want to send a big thanks to the Chewy Piranhas. And hey, don't forget, if you got a picture or a video and you're not quite sure whether it's real or not, send it in to me at billschannel@gmail.com and I'll take a look. Please don't leave links or suggestions in the comment section, because if you do, monsters will invade my head and make me start screaming. Now, about that photo of a woman who looks like she's dressed for a formal occasion, standing in the middle of the forest with her arms wrapped around a deer. It turns out this is not Photoshop, guys. That's a real woman and a real deer. But it's all staged by a professional photographer named Katerina Plotnikova. So for our purposes, it's technically fake.
Okay, cool. Now we got the Snaps video. It's made by Thanks Builds channel. Or could we go to Bill's channel? Let's have a look at this next video then. Brandy Bongos, what's this one?
Daleks. I like my Daleks like I like my men. In metal skirts, good with a whisk and a plunger, and at least 20 years older than me. But there are qualities in Daleks that I don't like in men. Cunning ruthlessness, murderous xenophobia, and panicked ring-modulated voices. Today, I'll be ranking 23 TV Dalek stories. I won't be covering cameos in this video, so these stories are out. Finally, I'm not just looking at the scripts for the stories, but mainly I'm looking at how well they represent the Daleks, so there may be some fan favourites which are towards the bottom of my list. But without any further ado, let's get into my bottom 5 Dalek stories.
915 degrees. Compute time lag by a scale. 140.
While this romp through time and space might be incredibly enjoyable, the chase simply isn't very good. The Daleks are robbed of all menace because they're written like dim-witted children. It's hard to take them as a credible threat when they're defeated by a bag of D20s, Frankenstein's monster, and a giant scrotum. Not to mention the fact they can't even make a Doctor Who action figure.
They will be invincible. The Daleks will rule the universe.
Yeah, Destiny is bad. I don't like Destiny of the Daleks.
The idea of the Daleks having a beautifully elegant mortal enemy is wonderful, but unfortunately, they're just written as idiots again in this one. Their own creator, Terry Nation, robs them of their organic intuition, which logically means the Daleks don't hate anymore, and that's an essential part of their makeup. The other problem is they are pushed into the background by Davros, who spends much of this story wobbling around and speaking like he is very drunk.
And plus the mask doesn't work. For someone who isn't
What is happening?
Okay, before I enrage anyone too much, is it a darkly entertaining and witty script? Yes.
Again.
Is it a biting satire on consumerism, our obsession with death, the funeral industry? Yes. Is it a total rip-off of The Loved One by Evil and War? No comment. But is it a good Dalek story? No. They're playing second fiddle to Davros here is the worst it ever gets, and the only Daleks with any autonomy are the ones who turn up as a Deus Ex Machina at the end and whisk Davros off, which then robs the Doctor of what he's meant to do in defeating Davros. So, to put that another way, the Daleks defeat Davros, and the Doctor just lets them get away. Someone involved in writing this story really did not like Colin Baker's Doctor.
It's okay, it's just people in here.
Oh no, Silence of the Daleks. That should have been
It's altered your perception. Look again. Those are people.
Asylum of the Daleks should have been here.
A fascinating concept of what happens when Daleks go wrong is kind of spoiled by a lack of logic in the plot. The Daleks can just blow up the planet all along to get rid of the undesirable diseased ones, so why don't they? Why do they send their mortal enemy in there? Plus, the classic models are kind of overlooked in favour of the new series ones, despite all the pre-publicity being about their story featuring every Dalek ever. It is a good start to the mystery of Clara, and also the idea that you can turn into a Dalek through a virus is a natural extension of what we've seen Daleks do over the 80s and the new series. It's just a shame that when the Daleks forget who the Doctor is, another great concept is wasted when that's just fixed later.
You will never defeat us, Doctor. We will return. We will return.
Yes, there you go.
Look, call me crazy, but I actually quite like the Paradigm Daleks, or as I like to call them, the 5 Bennett sisters. But the problem with this story is that they don't do very much except shout at people. What deaths there are pretty meaningless, and the whole thing ends, setting up for a sequel which never comes. The one saving grace of this...
That's why I made this casing that you're currently seeing before you. I want to perfect what failed with the Paradigm. I'm going to correct what they did wrong.
The story that stops it sinking further down the list, though, is these guys. The Ironsides, Daleks serving tea. What is there not to like? But now it's time to move on to the Dalek stories that I consider to be various shades of average with the middle 8.
Promise of a Dalek.
Daleks.
Like all greatest hits albums, Planet of the Daleks is comfortingly familiar but hardly original. From deadly scenarios through to character archetypes, everything's a remix of Dalek stories that have come before. It does have a standout moment though, where the Doctor describes bravery as being afraid but doing what you have to do anyway, which shows how far the show has come since Ian taught the Thals how to fight.
Can't be the original.
The original Dalek story sits near the middle of the list, not because it gets anything wrong, but because what it gets right is refined in later stories. This is the first time we get the claustrophobic, panicked voices that Peter Hawkins and David Graham made so famous in the characters, as well as the Nazi imagery and their just insane xenophobia and hatred of anything different, all of which have become mainstays for the characters for over 50 years. In the wider story, we've got really strong roles for the regulars, especially Susan, and of course, Thals in leather pants, so really can't complain about that.
You saved the Doctor. Why?
Why?
He's a genius, and we can use him. The future of the Daleks might well
Impossible.
depend upon the Doctor.
Taking this story out of its context leaves it pretty underwhelming, but if you look at it like a 1930s monster movie with the Daleks as the monsters and science gone wild, it's sublime. The humanoid Dalek set character is just a great evolution of the Daleks, as the title suggests, because it allows the intellect of the Daleks to be separated from their aggression until they stand on opposite sides of the argument. You've also got Ryan Carnes as a pig, Hugh Quashie, 1930s New York, and a musical number with Miranda Razor.
Oh God,
I mean, how can you not enjoy this story, even if it is a bit silly?
Devil in me.
Female has escaped. I have failed. Female prisoner has escaped. I have failed. I have failed. Self-destruct. I have failed. Destruct. I have failed.
Reasonable crash out. Reasonable crash
Okay, something about my little fandom heart. This is my favourite Dalek livery, my favourite colour scheme.
Excellent.
But also,
Dalek.
they're incredibly scheming and clever in this story. They're robbed of power for the first half of it, and they still manage to take control of the situation. Even with rudimentary weapons, they're a force to be reckoned with, unless you confront them with sand, or an escaped prisoner, or a crowd, or tiled floors. But it's still good, I really like this one.
What is happening? We are being attacked. The Supreme Dalek wishes us destroyed.
It's a mindless action romp, and the Daleks have about 17 different schemes going, but this story re-envisions them as a slick commando force playing a chessboard of objectives. What's really great, though, is that Davros and the Daleks are given equal time, which makes the power play between the Creator and the Supreme actually tense.
Indeed. Into the dark. Yeah, I liked this one. It was really good.
You help me.
Personally,
The new
I
series
like
have
this
just given us
one.
giant Dalek battles in the Time War and the Siege of Trenzalore, so this story is a welcome change of pace. Rusty the Dalek is struggling with what it means for a Dalek to be compassionate, and the Doctor is wondering whether he's actually a good man. This moral ambivalence kind of mirrors the first time we met a Dalek in the new series, where the Doctor suddenly realised that maybe they weren't as different as he would like to think. It's really a captivating story, and with no easy answers by the time the credits roll.
Destroy the TARDIS. I mean, there are some things I can like about Magician's Apprentice.
This story really is a bit of a mess, and despite the fact it's in the middle of this list, I wouldn't really call it an average Dalek story at all. We see the Daleks at home rather than out conquering the universe, and the main focus of the story is conversations between Davros and the Doctor. But they're talking about Dalek nature, and through these discussions, and the Doctor's solution to the problem, we're really given an insight not only into the characters, but the relationship between the Doctor and the Daleks, and how that might change in the future.
You would destroy the Cybermen with 4 Daleks.
Yep,
We would
know.
destroy the Cybermen with 1 Dalek.
Indeed,
You
yes, we
are
know.
superior in only one respect.
What is that?
You are better at dying.
Daleks vs Cybermen is a concept that Doctor Who had avoided showing on screen, and here the Cybermen invasion is hijacked by the Daleks, which gives us memorable scenes like cyborgs throwing shade at each other and a clown car full of Daleks filling the sky. But what most people remember this story for is an ending that, for many, has never been topped. But speaking of tops, here's the top 10.
They knew about me, these
They gave us likenesses.
Evil of a Daleks,
What could I do?
yes, agree.
They said my daughter would die. What are they called, these creatures?
Now do you understand?
This story was meant to destroy the Daleks once and for all, so it's quite fitting that the whole thing revolves around a battle of wits between the Doctor and the Daleks, and that his blind determination to destroy them almost cost him his friendship with Jamie. Now, if you throw into that humanised Daleks, new companion Victoria, finally meeting the Emperor Dalek, and a showdown on Skaro after hopping between time periods on Earth, and this isn't
Finally
epic,
beating
but
me.
it is a bit uneven.
David Daleks, of course. Armin Gold, Commander.
Classic Doctor Who rarely included paradoxes in its storytelling, but this one may be familiar to viewers who enjoy the Terminator series, except Doctor Who got there 10 years earlier. Now, the Dalek voices leave a bit to be desired, and as you can see, there's 3 of them here, and there's very obviously 3 of them in the story as well. But what makes this story work so well is that we see the effect Daleks have had on Earth and humanity. And indeed, humanity manages to win in the end by resisting in a way that the Daleks can't understand.
Yes. As me. Yes. Peak episode number
Captain.
1 for me, in my opinion.
This is the Emperor of the Daleks.
You destroyed us, Doctor.
Daleks were envisioned as a mirror for the worst of humanity, so it's rather telling here that they use our own entertainment against us. As a desperate emperor fillets humanity in order to make new Daleks, so Dr. Rose and Jack struggle valiantly to stop him. And by the end of the story, almost everyone's dead. And that's kind of what the Daleks wanted.
Perfection. I have created heaven on earth. Passing of Ways is the peakest Doctor episode I've ever seen.
Look, this one is literally iconic, and it's easy to understand why. This is our first Earth invasion story, and when the Doctor arrives, it's already too late. Earth has been invaded. So it's also the first story where the Doctor becomes this impossible hero, this great crusader, because as soon as he sees the Daleks, he sets out his mind to defeat them, and that is exactly what he's going to do. We meet so many supporting characters over the course of this story who give us an insight into what Dalek-occupied Earth is like. Most of them are fighting against the Daleks, but some are even collaborating with them. But for each person you meet, you understand their motivation and you understand what they're thinking. Finally, this story also writes out our first regular cast member, which would go on to become the way the show renews itself.
Activate planetary alignment field!
I like some things will stop there.
Universal reality detonation in 200 levels. You can't, Davros!
I prefer
Just listen to me! Just stop!
The plan from the previous story is brought to fruition, and 45 years later we find out why the Daleks wanted to pilot Earth around the universe. Davros is back, but his influence is extremely limited because he's a prisoner. The Daleks, for their own part, are showing their Nazi roots, marching people into death machines down the street, and they finally all decided that if they can't rule the universe, they'll just destroy it.
Indeed.
But there's a Dalek who has laid traps within traps, and the ending just leaves you reeling.
Yeah. It's too
I'm
rushed.
begging you, don't kill him. You didn't kill me.
But why not?
Why are you alive?
My function is to kill. What am I? What am I?
I do not
Bringing
know.
back the Daleks for a modern audience was never going to be easy, but this story manages to give them back their menace after decades of tired jokes about stairs. What is so remarkable here is, much like the
Dalek
first story
was pretty
limiting the
cool.
Daleks to a single city, this limits us to a single Dalek, who still manages to kill over 200 people. But just when we think we can't be any more surprised, the Dalek develops compassion and hates itself so much that it has to destroy itself. Now, this tension of Daleks feeling compassion and the Doctor feeling anger towards them underlines how we treat the Daleks in the new series, and it all starts here. For my money, this is still the best new series Dalek story, but it sets the bar very high.
Yes.
Exterminate.
Yes, Genesis.
The weaponry is perfect. Now we can begin.
Retroactively seen as the beginning of the Time War and introducing us to Davros, Genesis of the Daleks is an amazing Doctor Who war story.
He lost all his power and might after that. Such a shame what happened to him. It seems after he died, he's become less intelligent, and I've been becoming more powerful.
What makes it so amazing is that both sides have good and evil characters. We have sympathetic Khaled generals who we know are eventually going to become Daleks, and we have sadistic Thal guards, where previously Thals have been pacifists and people that we empathise with. That makes the Doctor's decision about whether to destroy the Daleks before they're even created a real moral quandary. And while he feels at the end of the story that he has changed nothing, throughout the rest of the classic series, the Daleks are never a bigger threat as they were before, so who knows, maybe something did change.
The Daleks Master Plan, which apparently has released a couple of unseen episodes, so I'm probably going to have a look at those. I need to watch all of Daleks Master Plan, in my opinion.
After a one-episode teaser in which the Doctor is absent and every human character is killed, it's a 12-episode chase across time and space when the Doctor steals a battery from the Daleks. Now, there is no way that this story, which pauses for a Christmas comedy episode halfway through, should work. And yet it sings. I think what works so well is the fact that the format of the chase is revitalised here. The Daleks are given their menace back, and they jostle for power with the human villain Marvick Chen, who's just amazing. The death toll is also another thing which makes it so good, with several of the Doctor's friends dying along the way, and then the final reckoning of the Daleks at the end is their most devastating yet.
Small human female sighted on level 3.
What are you calling small?
The last Dalek story of the classic series is also one of their best, bringing home the Nazi metaphor to post-war London. A schism in the Daleks is contrasted to human racism, supporting characters have believable motivations, and their relationships are deeply moving as a consequence. The spirit of Davros is kept well in the background of this one, and the Doctor seems to actually finally be sick of just stumbling across the Daleks and foiling them as he goes about, and he's not waiting for them to take the next move anymore. Finally, in terms of action, we have Ace running around defeating Daleks with nothing more than a baseball bat. It's a really, really good story.
Daleks conquer and destroy! Daleks conquer and destroy! Daleks conquer and destroy!
Daleks conquer and destroy! Daleks conquer and destroy!
Recently revived through animation, this story takes the cake. Now yes, it's about the first regeneration, but it also shows the Daleks at their most cunning. It's about the Daleks gaining power. Electrical, psychological, and political power. The Daleks hold a mirror up to us. And in this mirror, this time they see a weakness they can exploit in us that we can't exploit in them. You cannot divide and conquer the Daleks the way you can with humans. The Daleks realise that pretty much every human character in this story is out for something they want for themselves, and they find a way to manipulate that. They manipulate the vanity and the desire of the humans until they no longer need them and can just destroy them. It's a highly effective story, and one of the most brilliant scenes is when a Dalek, genuinely confused, asks, "Why do human beings kill other human beings?" Daleks don't do that. Except when they do. There you have it. That's how I rank the Dalek stories. But what do you think? Is Revelation of the Daleks number 1? Is
Impressive question. Why do humans kill other humans? That's what I always ask.
Are the Daleks actually terrible? Have your say down below, and check out my video here where I go through all those minor appearances of Daleks that I've left out of this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe so you can never miss an episode of Doctor Who in 10 seconds. But until next time, may you get your power. May you get your power. May you get your power.
Okay, that was fun. Anyway, my fellow subjects, see you all in my next video then, viewers. Farewell, and also parting of the ways should be up there with Power of the Daleks. Farewell.